In a quiet village tucked into the plains of Chhattisgarh, a young girl named Mira was born into a world where running was considered a boy's sport, and dreams were meant to be small. Her family was modest, farmers who tilled the earth and prayed for rain. Her life was bound by tradition, routine, and the relentless ticking of time. But Mira had something that didn't fit within the walls of her village, a wild heart and legs that longed to run. She ran barefoot on dusty roads, weaving through the fields after finishing her chores. Running wasn't a sport to her, it was freedom, it was escape. With no proper shoes, no coach, and no formal training, Mira taught herself how to breathe with the wind, how to pace her heart with her stride. Her father disapproved of her passion, worrying more about dowries than distances. Her school had no athletics program, but her teacher saw a spark in her. He quietly enrolled her in the district-level school meet. She ran against girls who trained with coaches, wore branded spikes, and had watched races on TV. Mira ran with only instinct and fire, and she won. That single win set off a chain reaction. She qualified for the state meet. She trained in secret, often waking up before dawn to run before her father could catch her. Her feet bled, her body ached, but her resolve remained unbroken. She lost a few races, but each loss added another layer of steel to her soul. At 17, Mira qualified for the National Junior Athletics Championship. The journey to Delhi was the first time she had ever left her village. The track was synthetic. The stadium lights felt blinding. The competitors were taller, stronger, confident. But none of them had run through the fire she had. In the 1,500-meter final, she started slow. By the third lap, she was still behind. Her legs were heavy, lungs burning. But in the final 400 meters, she remembered every insult, every restriction, every time she was told she couldn't. She surged forward, not with rage, but with purpose. She crossed the finish line second, collapsing onto the track. She had just become the first national silver medalist in athletics from her village. The crowd cheered. Her name was announced. Reporters asked questions. But Mira didn't hear the noise. She heard only the quiet of those dusty village roads and the beat of her own heart. A government scholarship followed, training camps, better equipment, better food. But what didn't change was her discipline. She never took shortcuts, never forgot her roots. At 21, she represented India at the Asian Athletics meet. She didn't win that time, but she ran with the same fire. Years later, her father, once her biggest obstacle, watched proudly as she opened a small running academy for village girls, most of whom had never dreamed of stepping outside their homes. Mira became more than an athlete. She became a symbol of what was possible when belief outran barriers. Mira's story isn't one of sudden fame or glory. It's the story of grit carved through years of resistance. A story where a girl refused to surrender to circumstance. She didn't just run races. She ran through fear, silence, and expectation. And she never stopped running.